Welcome to College Smart Radio, helping you bring into focus the true cost of college and how to tackle the runaway cost of financing a college education. College Smart Radio is hosted by Beatrice Schultz, a certified financial planner and founder of Westface College Planning. Now, here's your host for College Smart Radio, Beatrice Schultz.
Most teens do not have a clear-cut direction for their future. They're not sure if they want to go to community college, a four-year college, technical school, learn a trade, or just head straight to the job force after graduating from high school. And even if they think they know, they're not sure how to go about it. As a parent, you don't want to push your child in a direction that's not the right fit for him or her, and you certainly do not want to spend tens of thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars on a college if it's not the right choice for your child. But where can you turn to help your student make the right choices? On today's College Smart Radio show, we're going to discuss where your kids can go today to find the resources for making educated, thoughtful choices in education and career direction. I'm Beatrice Schultz. Welcome to our weekly show, College Smart Radio, where we help you tackle the runaway costs of a college education. Our show is all about bringing up-to-date and practical advice to parents of college-bound kids. College is expensive and getting more so every year. Parents need more help than ever. We bring you that help by sharing ways to pay less, tapping into financial aid, and prioritizing your source of funds to make sure you get through the most expensive years of your life. Based on my own education and experience, I share my insights with you week in and week out. I hold a Bachelor of Science degree in Chemical Engineering and a Master's degree in International Business. I am a certified financial planner and the owner of the San Carlos-based college planning business, Westface College Planning. I host workshops on college planning and consult with parents on a daily basis. In addition to my insights, I bring in experts in many areas of the college process, from counselors, financial aid professors, professionals, financial aid officers, student coaches, parents, and even students. You'll learn firsthand the ins and outs of how to pay for college and survive financially. In addition to our show, you can also find lots of powerful information at our website, www.collegesmartradio.com. We have many articles that I've authored with up-to-date information on navigating the waters of paying for the runaway cost of college. We have a monthly e-newsletter full of content about college planning. We also have posted a glossary of key terms used in the world of college planning. Terms like total cost of attendance, FAFSA, student assets, base year, and so forth. And we have a link to our free community parent workshops and webinars that I host to teach parents about how to pay for college and how the financial aid system really works. So let's get into today's show. On previous shows, we've talked about the importance of focusing on career choice before choosing a major and only choosing a college or selection of colleges after your student has a clear path for his or her career choice. Many kids do this backwards and end up in a college that's not a good fit for any assortment of reasons. Maybe they don't like the actual college. Sometimes they don't like the courses they're taking. Often they worry that the college courses are not leading to a career that will really interest them. And sometimes they really don't want to be at college at all. In all of these cases, it can take a toll both emotionally and financially to figure out the right choices and change the course of the life path. It's never too late to change directions, even as an adult, we know. But wouldn't it be great to introduce your kids to resources that they can use today to help guide them? Joining me in the studio today is Kathy Laidlaw. Kathy is a parent of a recent high school graduate herself. In 2006, she started volunteer teaching career prep and interview skills in a local high school at the invitation of the health teacher. Her passion for that program led her to found GiveTeens20, which is a nonprofit charity working to provide resources to young adults for making educated, thoughtful choices in school and career direction by providing tools for self-assessment, resource links, and interviews that will familiarize you with the requirements, skill sets, and education needed for all job titles. Hi, Kathy. Welcome to College Smart Radio.
Thank you for the invitation.
So let's start by sharing with us a program that you were doing at the local high school. What was that about?
The health teacher and I met chaperoning the Hello Dance when my son was a freshman. She asked what I did. I told her. She asked if I would come in and teach her seniors who were either going out into the workforce or going to college, as far as just giving them some direction, giving them some focus and some resources. So I started doing that. And we developed the curriculum over the last 6 years to have it be what it is today. And what it is today, there are three different components of the high school presentation. The first part is I ask them to please give themselves a lot of different options, and how they give themselves options are education. They need some level of post-secondary education. It is very difficult for high school students to go out into the workforce right after high school and have any level of success going forward.
And is that what, do most students agree that I mean, they kind of are, do they buy into that they need some education post-high school?
The majority of them do, but not all of them are focused and motivated enough to actually get it.
Yeah.
One of the things that I noticed with my son, who graduated in 2011, is that they are nervous about graduating. Some of them are. Some of the high school students are 100% driven, motivated, and focused on a direction. The majority of the population of high school students are either going to college and they don't really have a clear-cut direction or definition of what they want for their futures other than to be successful. And then there are kids who are very intimidated by the whole prospect, my son being one of them. My son was a very good football player in high school. He had 4 Division I colleges interested in him for football, but my son did not want to go to college. This was a heartbreaking situation for my husband and for me, because we both know the value of post-secondary education. So my son had liked auto shop in high school, so ended up going to a trade school. And at 18 years old, he was living the life of a 40-year-old man. He was up at 6:30 in the morning, going to work, going to school from 1 until 5, and then going back to work. He had no time to work out. He had no time for friends. It was really depressing to watch. The thing about my son is that if I had paid attention to his dreams and desires for his own life, I would have recognized that since the age of 3 years old, he wanted to go and be in the military. That was his core of who he was, and I did everything within my power to talk him out of it, to dissuade him from that direction. I have one child. Obviously, I'm being selfish. I sort of like him and want him around for the long term, so I said, no military. But my son was miserable. The minute that he enlisted, it was as though he found himself, and he's very, very happy. Mom is still not necessarily 100% happy, but my son is, so that's really what matters. So the bottom line of this is that self-assessment is really the most important component of what GiveTeens20 does. You start with self-assessment by taking an online assessment test. It takes 20 minutes. There's a link for it on the website. And with the results of that test, you can take a look at some different career areas that might interest you and you can pursue.
So what kind of questions are on that career assessment? I mean, what kind of questions are they asking? I mean, does it actually spit out an answer that says, hey, here are your careers that might be a fit for you? Is that what it is? Or it just asks you questions so you explore in your own mind what it might be?
It asks you questions, and based upon your answers, it will give some criteria at the end of the test that these are areas that interest you and that you might want to pursue. And there are some areas that are a higher percentage level of interest than are others. For instance, there was one young man with whom I worked. He took the test with me sitting there. Took him about 20 minutes. And at the end of the test, he was so encouraged because he had always thought that he wanted to work at some level of computer engineering, but he thought perhaps that the only reason for that was because his dad does that. What the test pointed out to him was that he is very uniquely capable of doing that job. So he now has the confidence to go forward with his schoolwork into that direction because he is capable of doing that.
And this self-assessment is available on your GiveTeens20 website.
Yes, it is. On the Getting Started button, you just go ahead and click on the link for a assessment test and give yourself 20 minutes and you'll have some really exciting results.
Okay, well, talk to me a little bit more about the process that you took the kids through in high school.
In addition to working on self-assessment, I ask them, once again, to give themselves a lot of options. I tell them what gives them options, what takes away options. I let them know that the decisions that they make on a daily basis are going to affect their futures. For instance, do I do this project or do I go hang out with the other guys? Do I go and do this questionable event that these people are saying, let's go do this will be fun, or do I make a wiser choice and do something different that's possibly not going to get me in trouble where the other ones will? So I really want them to be mindful that every decision that they make throughout the day affects their future. I
think it's very powerful, and I even talk to my students, my college planning students, about the whole idea of what they look like on Facebook, what they're posting there, because the people, the admissions advisors, even private scholars, people who are offering private scholarships, they don't want to be embarrassed by offering a private scholarship that's recognized nationally by somebody who has some public information out there that may be embarrassing to them. So it is people say, oh, well, what difference does it make if I'm not dressed that nicely, or I have a tattoo, and maybe but if the person you're interviewing with might be offended by it, then it's okay to cover it up when you go into that interview to show respect. If you do a little research about who that hiring person is and what they may think.
And every single hiring company, scholarship offering, anything, any school, they are all going to Google you. They will find your Facebook page. They will find your LinkedIn page. Another one of the things that I encourage students to do is to all have a LinkedIn
Kathy,
page.
I'm going to take a break right now. Sorry, we just need a quick break now, but I want to come back and talk a little bit about LinkedIn. You're with us on College Smart Radio on 1220 KDOW. My guest today is Kathy Laidlaw, the founder of GiveTeens20. We'll be right back with Kathy on College Smart Radio.
For more information on today's topic, visit collegesmartradio.com or call area code 650-587-1559. College Smart Radio continues in moments on AM 1220 KDOW.